Welcome, everyone, to PWCC Slabstock Sundays. Once again, we're back with episode number 125, I think it is. Yeah, weekly auction number 125. I hope everyone's had an amazing weekend so far. Sunday night finishes up starts the new week, I guess, with our PWCC, of course, episode here. And then also the NBA Finals Game 2, which is going on right now. And the Dallas Mavericks are within 9. Only because of one player only, Luka Doncic, who probably has like 30-some points already.
28.
He's
close.
28, says Julian. That's close.
Had 23 at the half. They've just been on a bit of a drought. I think I said like they've only scored 8 points since like the end of the like halftime or something.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they can get this kicked into gear, because not only do I want to not see the Celtics win a finals, I also do not want to see the Celtics sweep a team in the finals. That'd be even worse than just winning in the finals. But we just landed back in Wisconsin last night from the Midwest Monster, which was hosted in Fishers, Indiana, one of the best shows in the entire country for me, other than the National, which I think is just kind of like in a class of its own for reasons that there's like everyone coming to the table at one time together. The Midwest Monster for me is the best show of the entire year. It's always one of the most fun. It's always the most welcoming. Andy Albert from IndyCar Exchange is an amazing individual, and so many great people come to the show too. One of them being on the camera right here, Julian, as well. So, Julian, how was your experience at the Midwest Monster just in general?
Fantastic. I mean, third year running. We were there the first year it happened 3 years ago. Absolutely great show. Absolutely great people, like Aaron said. Jeff runs an amazing show. He's the organizer, and Indy obviously helps out a ton, and all those guys are great, man. I might consider moving to Fishers just to go to that card shop every day. But yeah, absolutely great show. Really nice because it's in the Midwest. So the National's been in the Midwest recently, but it's not like super, super big, but it has like a great turnout. So yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I know everybody else did too.
Yeah, super fun. Just every aspect of it was great. We did some streams on Fanatics Live there, ripping some Bowman and some Platinum and some soccer. We bought some cards. We traded some cards. We did a ton of buying for the Custom Charity Fund, which extremely excited about that. Card Ladder, who, of course, supplies all of our data, not only for our Instagram posts, newsletters, but also when we research cards live on these streams. They once again came in as one of our top sponsors, presenting sponsorship. And we spent $5,000 for the kids there, which, Julian, I have to say, I think this was our best value we've gotten yet for the spending spree. When we laid them all on the table, I was like, holy cow, this is like an absolute haul. And Real Music, there will be a vlog. We just got back late last night, so it won't probably be until later this week. But we will have a vlog come out, and it will cover the custom charity spending spree, and you all will get to see which cards we bought, which cards will be available this upcoming July. And it was a really fun time, and so many people willing to help out. And I'm really excited for that video to release. So
we'll give you a little hint into the video. This year, Aaron made sure to keep track of not crumpling his money.
Yeah. The last year I was all over the place. I had, wadded up dollar bills. This year I'm much more mature. Last year I was 24. This year I'm 25, almost 26. I had nice flat bills. It's been an absolute wonderful weekend at the Midwest Monster. My favorite pickup was a Yelich 1-of-1 patch auto, because why not? I guess I can't have enough. I think it might be like my 15th Yelich 1-of-1 or something like that. But it was a super fun time. A lot of people really willing to help out, find cards for people's PCs. It's just really cool. It's what the hype is all about, is really what the Midwest Monster is, I'd say. So, and tons of kids there too, dude. Every year there's like so many kids, and Andy does a ton for kids in the area, obviously with the shop, but it's just like, wow, dude, there's so many dads and kids, or moms and kids walking throughout the show. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Well, with that being said, tonight's episode, weekly number 125, is, as always, tons of big cards in here. I'm sure that Julian has got some cards saved for his Hubie buying that's going to hit at some point here tonight. So there's a couple cards I won't pick up and start talking about, because I know Julian wants to go in on some of them later. But what we're going to do here is I'm going to pick out a cluster of cards, and we're going to say, personally, my opinion, and then Julian's opinion. Obviously, this could be wrong. This could be right. In the end, everyone's got their own decisions to make. But if we would buy this card today, to have at the National? This meaning whatever cards we have talking about. Kind of an idea it's spurred off of like us talking about in general. Like, okay, like if you were to pick up some cards, say, bring to the National, so you can, sell some cards, buy some cards with other people, whatever. Which cards would you want to have? Now, obviously, this is one, like I said, our opinion based on our experience that shows. 2, it's going to be our opinion based on cards in general. Like some of these cards we can't even afford, like this Wemby number 1 out of 8. I wouldn't personally buy this because I can't afford this. So it's kind of hard for me to say, like, yeah, I'd buy this and want to bring it to the National when, like, I don't have any experience selling cards that's expensive or even buying cards that's expensive, So that's something that we'll probably have to keep in mind. But I will definitely pull up, a handful of cards, maybe let's say 10 or so in the, probably like $500 range down to like $50 range or something there. And yes, Jim Baker, that is 100% true. When BRs are insanely expensive, they will continue to be insanely expensive, and there will be a lot more coming this summer as well with the new Topps basketball releases. And wow, there you go, Peyton Pritchard for 3 at the end of the third. All right, let's kick it off.
Big John, what's up? Sorry.
What's up, Big John? No, that's all good. What's up, Joel? Also, by the way, Carlos Alcaraz, insane performance today. But let's start off with Kylian Mbappe, Kaboom PSA 10. Came out in the 2018 Panini Rewards packs. This is one of the best cards for Kylian Mbappe. Julian, with that Real Madrid move, would you buy this card today, bring to the National? Do you think there will be interest at the National in a couple months?
I think in terms of soccer cards go, Mbappe is going to be up there for soccer collectors and even guys that aren't super big into soccer because that's the big name right now. Moving to Real Madrid, I think it's like the Warriors, basically. It's a guarantee that they're going to at least like make it to the finals. I think it'd be really pretty crazy if they didn't. I think they're the team to beat. His stuff will definitely be hot. Now I need to look to see some sales just because I wouldn't want to buy this card. Obviously, I'm assuming it's pretty hot right now. And then heading to the National will be like a little cool off period because he won't have officially played for them yet, I don't think.
No, but this will be coming just off of the Euros, Julian. So
yeah, true. And France will probably be doing good. So yeah, this is probably a card I would take. But then I also have to think, like, me personally, not a big Kylian Mbappe fan, but I do think this would be a good one to bring.
Yeah. I gotta say, I think that France is definitely going to be the favorites, which I think we all can agree on, and they're my pick to win. Although I don't think that's not like a big statement or anything like that. They're just a loaded roster. There's a lot of teams that could contend. You never know how Portugal, Germany, Spain, some of those teams will fare. Obviously, England's got a huge chance to do well at the Euro. But I think as well for me, like this is a card where you feel like that this is one that sticks out. Like I feel like it sticks out in the soccer card market. I don't see really a reason why Mbappe cards will, let's say, trend down in the next month and a half. I'm not saying they're going to explode. Maybe the only way they do really well is if they do place high in the Euro or win the Euro. And then obviously some hype going into the upcoming season is going to be key for Mbappe cards. What's up, Corey? How we doing? First time on the chat. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday night.
I'd also throw in from the experience of the Midwest Monster, there are a lot of people where soccer fans and we're like, what's your favorite team? Barcelona and Real Madrid were easily the top two. So like,
many.
That plays in as well. He's moving from PSG to Real Madrid, which is probably, especially for some of the younger fans, not that they can afford this card, but it's a card that will get attention.
Agreed. Super cool card. All right. How about this one, Julian? Jalen Hurts, Prism Black Finite Patch Autograph, 1/1 SGC 9 with a 10 autograph. It's got the laundry tag, not a super sought after type of patch, but it is technically a Black Finite. And you know how people go crazy with Black Finites. Now, I'm not asking you if you would buy this card to hold it into the season. Would you buy this card to have it at the National?
I couldn't in my right mind. It's just too tough for me. Number one, well, first of all, this was on the Hubie buying list, but that's okay. But there's multiple reasons. Number one, well, I do think like Jalen Hurts in general, the football and QBs for time and time again every year, people are looking for them. I don't completely understand it because we've mentioned multiple times for the QB market to stay the same or go up, there's only like one or two, and they've got to like do pretty well. So I don't know if Jalen Hurts is that guy. Now, the National is before the season starts. So there's that. Number 2, the tag. Not game used. And you can even say it screams not game used because you can see made in Honduras.
Well,
None of the,
I mean,
none of the player jerseys are made in Honduras. That's just the replicas.
really?
Yes.
Did you look that up?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
So I right off the rip, I'm like, made in Honduras, that doesn't seem right. So in my
Wait, what did you Google for that? I'm really curious.
I said player worn jerseys where they made. So like all of like the stuff that the players wear are not made in Honduras, but they do like the replicas and all that stuff just because
Where are they made? Where are they made?
A lot of it's made in the US actually.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought that they would be for the game worn or for the authentic jerseys that they wear,
So yeah, just being the collector I am, I can't in my right mind take a card like this.
Yeah, I mean, understandable. Like if you don't want to put out something for sale that you wouldn't want to own yourself, right? Like for me, like I think, and you probably too, like I love buying and selling stuff I'm passionate about, right? If you're like, why would I own this card? Then it's hard for you to say like, oh yeah, it's a good buy for me to have, going into next season. So it's tough because on one hand, it's like you want to think about like, what do people want? Well, they love Black Fridays. A lot of people love Jalen Hurts. I'm not a Jalen Hurts guy. I would rather have a lot of quarterbacks over him, including Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert.
In that order.
Joe Burrow. There's so many quarterbacks I'd rather have while the Celtics are going off. I'd rather have over Jalen Hurts. So I'm gonna have to pass on this. I agree with Julian's reasons. I just don't need to beat a dead horse there. But yeah, if it's not something that they don't like, you tell me you can't even get the actual NFL jersey from nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
and I'd say his market is not nearly what it was at the start of last year, coming off an MVP campaign. And I'm sure you can get some like pretty nice cards that collectors would rather have than that.
Yep. Agree with you. Agree. This is a fun one, and I'm going to throw out Julio Rodriguez. I need to get his stats pulled up here for us to brief over. Now, Julio Rodriguez obviously is one of the most popular players in all of baseball. I'd even say over the last couple of years, he could possibly even be up in the top 5 most popular baseball players. Now, the thing about Julio Rodriguez is that he has a 95 OPS plus right now. He has a 660 OPS and only 5 home runs. Those stats are just no bueno. They're just not good. He is just not good right now at the level that we expect Julio Rodriguez to be. But I will say, if you look at last season, he had a 97 OPS plus in the first half of the season. All right, he had 13 home runs, 0.721 OPS. So a little bit, better than what he's on track for right now. But in the second half, he had a 151 OPS plus. He had 19 home runs. He had a 308 batting average, a 941 OPS. Yes, he's not been good, but the last 2 years, he's not been good in the first half, and he's come good in the second half. The problem is, I don't know how many people like to keep on watching good, bad, or bad, good, bad, good. Like it's just, you want to watch a consistent player. You want to watch a player that does it day in and day out, not a player that needs to go to the home run derby to then hit his stride for the season. For me, Julio Rodriguez, electric player, one of the faces of baseball. Unfortunately, not doing it too well right now. But I'm gonna buy this to have at the National. I think it's good to buy cards of players who you maybe expect bounce backs from that can get there in the next couple months. I'd be kind of surprised if we look up at the National and Julio Rodriguez is still at a 660 OPS and 95 OPS plus. So this True Gold First Auto BGS 9.510, one of his best cards in existence. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy it. I assume it's quite down too from where it was. That's another thing I want to know. Is it a good deal right now? Obviously, it's a piece of information everyone wants to know. But Julian, what's your take? I know you maybe don't have too much of an opinion, but let me know.
No, I agree. People love buying the dip, the prospecting in terms of what they can do, and if there's a pattern that's created, they're likely it's likely going to happen again. So he's a good player, not doing well at the start of the season once again, like you said. And last August it was a 10K card. So
yeah, I just looked at that.
Quite a bit down. So it's something I would roll the dice on. So I think it's a good buy. And baseball seems to be one of the sports that a lot of people come up and ask about. And we noticed that at the Midwest Monster.
Yeah, I'd say with what Topps is doing right now to grow the baseball market in general, like there's a lot of people looking at the baseball card market and paying attention to baseball this summer. The other thing that I threw out there is that this wasn't only a 10K card last August, it was a 10K card in March of this year. So, I mean, I'd be pretty confident buying this, knowing that Julio has repeatedly improved himself as the season went on. Now, would I sell this at the National if he wasn't doing better than what he is right now? No, because I'd hope that he would obviously improve through the rest of the season or even into next year. But an exciting card nonetheless. And Real Music, just to give you some info, so OPS is on base plus slugging percent or plus slugging, and then OPS plus, which is probably what maybe you were more confused on, is the percentage that player is above or below league average. League average hitting, that is, like OPS, like their OPS statistics. So 95 basically means you're 5% worse than league average, which is not good to be lower than league average if you're Julio Rodriguez. Exactly. Tom says that they just released a video a few weeks ago or a few videos ago on YouTube of players opening cards in their collections. Yeah, a lot of players are really getting the cards now. Obviously, Topps is doing a lot to work with them as well. SCP-7, good evening to you too. Thank you for coming to tonight's show once again. We're talking about cards that we want or not want at the National upcoming. Here's one that I want to point out. Anthony Richardson. What am I taking every Hubie buying cards or no?
No, you're not.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Anthony Richardson, White Knight, numbered off 3 PSA 9, a parallel that I haven't really seen until this past football season. Give me your thoughts, Julian. Would you buy this going to the National? And thoughts on Anthony Richardson in general and how people felt of him at the show too, at the Midwest Monster?
Yeah, it's a tough one because before it would have been a straight no, but obviously we were in Indiana, so there's a lot of Anthony Richardson collections. We're still going to be in the Midwest for the National, and everyone loves the QBs. Anthony Richardson coming back from injury, showed some flashes his rookie season. But I talked with multiple dealers who were like, Anthony Richardson stuff was flying. So in terms of that, you'd have to look at the price point of what stuff it was. If his stuff is already too hot, it'd be one I'd consider just because everyone seemed to want Anthony Richardson. In terms of like, am I confident enough that he's going to come out and ball? Not necessarily, but I was just really shocked about how much people were looking for him at the Midwest Monster, even like non-Indiana folks.
So it's like last year he was extremely sought after going into the season as a rookie. And I was like excited to see what he did and excited to see I worked with Jonathan Taylor and the wide receivers there. So you and I are huge Michael Pittman fans. I'm a huge Adonai Mitchell fan who's now there too. And they drafted Josh Downs like in the first or second round last year at UNC. But at the same time, I was hesitant, because I felt as if he had a cannon and was extremely athletic, but the accuracy, I wasn't sure if it'd be there right off the bat, And I still don't think that we know enough. He had 5 games last year and was good, but then got injured. So I'm excited. I'm like cautiously excited about him this season, knowing that there might be some struggles out of the gate. Knowing that at the same time, if there's struggles out of the gate with any of these quarterbacks that have cards that are selling for a ton of money, Anthony Richardson, Jordan Love, even my favorite quarterback, I'll put right up there. Even CJ Stroud, to an extent, if he struggles for the first 4 games in his second season, I think we'll see some dips. I mean, these are massively selling cards, like 5K or more for a lot of the cards of these guys. And I think that the buying base just gets weary, maybe not because they don't believe, but because they're not buying in more, you know what I'm saying, until they see more. So
yeah,
I think
you go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the fact of the matter is it's guaranteed all these cards can't stay up at the rate that they are. It can't. Yeah. So it's picking and choosing which ones you feel pretty strongly, but it's a gamble because it just can't. It's not sustainable.
Here's the thing. For me, a Prism parallel that's not really that sought after, in my opinion. I know it's a newly added one. I want this gone at the National. I don't want this into the first 3 weeks of the season. Not even anything about Anthony Richardson. Just to have that type of stuff, keep on demand that type of price. You need to do so much on the field. Your team has to be winning games. There's a lot that has to go right. I think Anthony Richardson specifically could have a big year, but also like the risk is pretty high. But I'd feel much more confident buying Jordan Love CJ Stroud, and Brock Purdy, just because we've seen all three of those guys perform at the highest level this past season. With Brock Purdy obviously making it to the Super Bowl out of those guys, but all three of them had got into the playoffs and stuff like that. So we'll see where that goes. Let's see if we can get down to maybe a couple more less expensive cards, as we touched on, like tons of like 4K plus. Tom, I definitely agree with you. There is a ton of upside. So like definitely not faulting you purchasing a pink Prism PSA9 at all. I think $45, it's a different story other than 5K, Like $45 is worth a flyer. It's worth the gamble on a smaller card that he has a huge season. And I don't think either of us would fault you for that, for taking a shot at Richardson. Because even Julian saying like he's would highly consider having Richardson at the National.
Yeah, completely different conversation when it's under like $1,000.
Yeah, for sure. Vikings fan 22. Feel free to DM me on Instagram if you'd like at Slab Stocks, Aaron. I can try to help answer your question a little bit more pinpointed off the show as well. All right, we have Mike Trout Superfractor Auto 1 of 1. Cool card. Don't really think I want to, pick that one. Yes or no. He's unfortunately just injured all the time. Let's see here. What else we got? Ooh, this is a fun one. Juan Soto, Inception, Patch Auto, 1 of 1 PSA 9. One of the best players in all of baseball this year. Forearm tightness. I think he's out for at least a couple of games. In the Nationals gear, non-rookie, but he did win a World Series there. I want this card. I want the card right now on the auction. I want it in my collection, but I'm not going to buy it. But I would definitely want it at the National. Those Yankees, while they did lose to the Dodgers, I think they're losing right now to them too tonight. They've possibly lost 3 straight, or did they already lose? He might be over by now. Let me check really quick. Oh no, they came back and won. They won 6-4, so they avoided the sweep. They're one of the best teams in all of baseball right now. And Aaron Judge is a different animal, bro. He had another home run tonight. He's absolutely crazy. So 3 for 4. This dude's insane. Yeah, I want Juan Soto. I love Dynasty. I just actually got the Christian Yelich of this exact same card, just different patch.
I'm seeing double.
Yeah. I like my patch more than this one, but I take this. I think the raw deal like $1,600. So around $2,000. I feel good on this. How about you, Julian?
Absolutely. Seems like it's a really good price right now. Juan Soto's an absolute baller, and I think it fits a bunch of the criteria for me. It's a sweet looking card. It's very rare. Soto's got a pretty big fan base. I mean, this is the stuff that you're walking by a booth and it catches your eye. I think this would be an easy one to sell. So I'm 100% in on this one.
Love it. I am too. And yeah, dude, exactly. Jason Dominguez is still coming back, and I think he's gonna have a huge rookie season. And Garrett Cole is also their best pitcher. Cy Young last year is still injured, which is just crazy. So, yeah, I mean the Yankees have got a lot of potential this year. Let's see here. What's up next? Ooh, how about this one, Julie? I want to know your thoughts on this. Bill Russell and Trae Young, the logo patch number 6, which every player in the Flawless set has a card like this, I believe. 1 of 1. How do you feel about these, first of all?
I think the design is pretty cool. It's kind of weird to me how they're just putting these random players with no connection to Bill Russell on it. So, like, I don't know how they went about selecting the players. I think the idea is cool, but the prices have been pretty high for them. And in this case specifically, I'm not a huge Trae Young fan, and I know his market has dropped a lot. So I'd pass on this.
So what's cool is that I don't think we'll get other cards like this. So from a unique perspective, like, I like it, right? They wore the tribute patch for Bill Russell when he passed away, and each player, features a game used patch.
It
is game worn.
Game worn. Okay, that's cool.
So I really do like it. I'm not a crazy Trae Young guy, especially with his just feature up in there. If he lands on the Spurs with Wemby, I think it's a very interesting scenario, because that's it's Wemby, one of the biggest now young superstars, obviously. The Trae Young, was one of the biggest young superstars on the team at one time. I'm like, I agree with you. Like, okay, why are players picked, this and that? But at the same time, it's like if every player gets a card like this, or at least the marquee ones, I like it. I don't think I'm like gung ho. I'm not out on it. I'll take it. I think it's unique. I think a Trae Young fan will want to come up to the booth and find some interest in that. So I'll take it. I'll bring it with me. All right.
Oh my
How about
goodness.
this one?
Look at the price on that.
How about this one? Marvin Bagley and Kevin Knox, dual Logoman patch autograph 101, 2 massive flops, 2018 draft, which was absolutely loaded.
Yeah, best players in the 2018 draft right there on a card. I'm definitely not. If you want a card that sparks conversation, you can buy one like this for the cheap price of what, like $1,200.
Just got another bid.
But I could not see anybody unless it's like a diehard Kevin Knox or Marvin Bagley fan, and if it was, I highly doubt they'd be willing to shell out that much if they're PCing those players. But it's a conversation starter. But I would definitely not buy that. I would be shocked if someone could move this on the floor at the National. Extremely high price. I can't believe it's jumped this much. So I'm assuming Aaron's answer is going to be the same. Yeah, this is a Hubie buying card for sure. I didn't have it in my Hubie buying, but this is a Hubie buying card.
I have to say, I also don't really get this because like Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges. Okay, let's say they didn't work out in the NBA. Great, 2 Villanova players on one card. This is literally a Duke player and a Kentucky player on the same card. Which Duke fan wants to buy a card with a Kentucky player, and which Kentucky fan wants to buy with a Duke player on? So I don't really get the card. Honestly, I just don't understand the combination. Even if they worked out in the NBA, great. We're probably looking at like a $10,000 card. If not, obviously, I like you said, why is this $1,000? I have no idea. It's a logo man, I guess, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Canelo Alvarez, Allen and Ginter, auto 9.5. I know you have Hubie buying tonight. I know this wouldn't show up in there, so I got to give you a chance. Are you bringing this to the National?
Yeah, absolutely not a Hubie buying card. I love this card. Huge boxing fan. Love the Allen and Ginter, how they get other athletes, celebrities. He doesn't have a ton of cards out there, so this is one of the better ones for sure. It's unique. There are quite a few boxing collectors. This is a unique piece that I like, so I would bring it. It fits that category. I'd have to look at some of the sales history, assuming it's still around what it is. Nothing crazy, but I love it. It's one of the most recognizable boxers right now. Even guys that aren't huge boxing fans would probably look at it and be like, that's a sweet card. So yeah, sign me up for that one. I think Aaron should buy it for me, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
No.
This was like last sold like a year ago. So like BGS 995 last sold a year ago. PSA 9, like what, $500, $600, $700. Yeah, I'd buy that for sure.
Yeah, it's an awesome card. I'm no like mega boxing fan like Julian, but I have found myself many times watching Canelo Alvarez highlights on YouTube. His top 10 highlight film is so sick.
Yeah. Don't expose me though. I'm not a mega boxing fan. There's people that know a lot more than me, but I appreciate that, Aaron.
I say mega meaning more than
Compared
myself.
To you. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, super sick card. And let's see. Let's find one more. Maybe Travis Kelce. No, I'm just kidding. One more. There's some really dude. Why is Brandon Knight logo man selling for $360?
Because he's a meme.
Yeah, because he had the lob, the jam, the monster jam. Let's see here. Do you see this one? It's Derrick Rose, Eric Gordon.
Oh no. Oh no, I didn't see that.
And DJ Augustine. It's a 1-of-1 platinum.
DJ Augustine, Bulls legend.
And Texas Longhorn legend. He played Texas.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I need to find one that's like under $200. Yeah. Tom, I agree. I feel like that boxing fell off since like Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather and Canelo like all like kind of phased out. Is Canelo still fight though, Julian? I haven't.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
he had
think
a fight recently, like
no.
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Was it good?
Yeah, the thing about Canelo is, I mean, it's a little bit different now, but he's always been a fighter who he's like, I'll fight anybody. His only loss came against Bivol, who is like a lot bigger than him, and he probably shouldn't have taken that fight if he wanted to stay undefeated. But I think that goes to like show part of why boxing isn't as entertaining is because these guys are nitpick like certain fights just because they know they can make the money, they can keep their record. Canelo's not really that guy. It's a little bit now, but he's getting older, so I understand. But he's extremely entertaining. I swear he like has superpowers, so like it goes like half speed when he's in the ring. I don't know how he dodges stuff, but yeah, he had a fight recently that he won.
Right. That's good. It's good to hear. Oh, I want to point this out. I'm glad that Topps has adjusted over the years, and I believe I'm like 99% sure this letter was cut out. I'm like 100% sure his letter was cut out. I think this looks really not great. Do you see that, Julian? How like the L is like they like X-Acto knifed it out of the jersey. Yeah, we were just looking at some Christian Yelich ones on the car ride, and it looks way better now than these do. So I think it's kind of a pretty rough looking design, but I guess if you just want the letter, there you go. There's the letter L.
Tom, this is a question right up my alley. I think he does get traded. I don't think there's a way that he comes back and plays with how we've played and all the rumors about how we play better. And I think he sat out more than he should have. He was like injured, but didn't come back to play. I think it's best for both parties. Now, the problem is how much we could get for him, because I don't think there were people as interested in him during the season because of how bad the Bulls were when he was playing. But I do think it'd be best for both parties. And I really love Zach LaVine, but I think it's time to move on.
Yeah. I do as well. I used to watch Zach LaVine a lot when the T-Wolves were on my network television back when I lived in Minnesota. An electric player to watch. But, for yourself, I'm sure you saw a lot of times that the team just performed better when he was out too, where it's like, more chemistry and all that. So it's time to go.
Time to go. I'd say we include him in the package for Giannis. Like, I think that's pretty good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, right. In your dream, sir. Okay. Michael Penix Jr., Orange Shimmer 25 PSA 9. Of course, this is the first hobby release cards of him in the Washington gear. And I got to know, Julian, with him landing on the Falcons, with Kirk Cousins on that ridiculous contract, what do you think? Is there going to be interest for Penix at the National? Like, do you think there's people who are like, oh, maybe it's a shot earlier than expected? I mean, why would you draft like a 25-year-old if you don't think he get a shot in the first 2 years,
Yeah, I think people like predicting things that are, even if they're unlikely to happen, they like playing that game for cheaper cards. Out of 25, Michael Penix, regardless of how his career goes, which I'm hoping it doesn't go terribly, he's cemented himself as one of the greats in college football. Now, he hasn't had his career yet, so a card like this, cheap, put it out, I think someone would buy it. It's a cool card. He's in his Washington uniform, so it's not one of the earlier Bowman University stuff where he's an Indiana jersey. I think it'd be a cool buy. And even if you don't think he's going to take over as the Falcons, I think there is a decent crowd for university cards, so this was one I'd probably pick up.
Yeah, I would have to say the same. I mean, it's going to be really interesting seeing this whole Falcons situation. But what I do know is that he will have a decent amount of Panini cards, but there will still be a fan base that likes his college cards. And a lot of people like to say, oh, well, once they make the pros, college cards don't matter. I can guarantee there's a lot more college collectors that there are nowadays. Now you can start collecting these kids while they're in college. It's just simple audience growth, and that's happened massively as we've witnessed with Bowman U. And, what a card. Also, the Mavericks are making a late push.
Yeah, this is coming down to the wire.
They might get within 5 here after this Luka free throw.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the Celtics choke this.
Yeah, and I'd also take the viewpoint that there are a lot of kids that go to these shows and they're looking for something cheaper to pick up. And it's a lower numbered thing that I think draws their eyes, and it's something cool that you could be like, hey, this is a cheaper card that get you excited about the hobby, and that's what it's all about. So that's another reason I think it'd be a good buy.
I agree with Julian. I mean, there were so many kids this week, and you can just tell we're like looking for it's great to have, $500, $700 cards out there. There's obviously people who collect those type of cards, but like, man, selling like a Mickey SGC 9.5 for $20, it's like, seeing kids get excited for that. That's just really exciting. Like, no, I pretty much broke even on that in the end. Like, obviously, like that $20 for a 9.5 with the grading fees, it doesn't really get to any profit. But at the same time, it's like it's worth it to have those cards to make those memories for kids in the collection, because you never know. Like I had 10s at 30, and maybe they want a mini 4 to 10. So it's just really cool to see.
Your news is hyping me up. I'm feeling real good.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. Oh wait. God dang it. It's over, you said? Yeah.
Dude, that fast break, they had to score on that. Right? They got 2 guys on you.
They would have been within 3 then?
I think it was 98-103. If he made it 2, it would have been 3. Yeah, that's what you said, right? 3. Mm-hmm. Dude, Jaylen Brown is a dog. That's a foul by Derek White, but
ooh, it was like kind of on his hand though. I don't know if they call that. It's on the fingertips, so that's close. Wow.
I guess good.
All right, well, there is 3 minutes left in the first round of this auction, everyone. There's still some.
Thanks for saying that. I need to.
Yeah, right. Do you see the Pepe, Julian? Sapphire Auto PSA 10.
Yes, I did.
There's a lot of really cool stuff in this auction. I got some stuff I'm trying to snag myself. I'm an absolute Brewers degenerate, so I have to pick up something, but you know how it goes. We do have 2.5 minutes left here on this window, so if anyone's interested in anything like a Meta World Peace Silver PSA 10, feel free to go drop bids and extend any items that you're interested in. I'm doing a couple last pieces of research myself here before this window ends. Wow, Christian Watson, dude. Someone's spending $100 on an Immaculate Patch auto. I guess I get it, but it is risky if he hasn't saved.
Aaron, don't expose yourself like that. It's okay to buy that card.
No, I love Christian Watson, but I won't bid on that. 100 could be injured for half the season.
Yeah.
Common Era Blue Refractor Auto PSA 10. Man, there's a lot of fun stuff in here. A lot of fun stuff. Well, looks like that Boston's up 2-0, going back to Dallas.
This might be Boston's such winnable games, man.
I know. All right, once this window ends, though, we're going to jump into Julian's Hubie buying and know that he's frantically trying to figure out some bids here as the window goes down. I will talk for a second as this window's ending, because there is a mega Novak Djokovic card in this auction. This is actually one of his most valuable cards. I know he had some autos that I believe were his highest sales of all time from back in this time frame, like 2006. Like, holy cow, at one point a PSA 10 auto sold for $65,000, which is just incredible. I mean, they're now down to, it appears to be around 20,000 or less maybe, but like the fact that when at one point sold for 60K is insane. But of his non-auto cards, this is basically his most valuable item. This is the Center Court Stars off 599 PSA 10 at one point is $18,000. I think the last sale was honestly around $6,000. $5,000, and that was in May of 2024. So just recently, this one is going to be just over $4,000. He did tear his meniscus in the French Open, which was really brutal, considering it to play a match until 3:30 a.m. local time, which is like unheard of. Obviously, sometimes the matches go late, depending on how the schedule goes, and if players get to 5 sets or whatever, it keeps them pushing the scheduled times back. I think something happened here where there's weather delay, and they still made him play starting at like midnight, which is crazy. And so basically, my point is that he's going to be out for Wimbledon now. So that's pretty unfortunate for him, obviously, as that's a huge tournament that he's won many times. But I believe many. It's got to be multiple times. considering he leads the career in Grand Slams. Yeah, I was gonna say seven titles. I was gonna say he's like the king of Wimbledon. I guess Federer. I don't know how many Federer won.
Dude, a card just went for steal.
I have to say Federer is the king of Wimbledon. He's got 8. Djokovic has 7. So, all right, what just won for a steal, sir?
Gosh, I was debating buying this, but I don't have the Slapstocks Black card. Ellie De La Cruz, Depths of Darkness.
Oh, you saw that?
Sold for $348.
Those are pretty sick. It's hard to store those, though. They're so thick.
Yeah.
But no, it is a super thick, sick
Sales
card.
range from $500 to like, it's probably around a $500 card. So
They go for that much?
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, congrats to whoever found that one. There is a Reverence patch auto. The authentic, I think, really scares people off. Like, I really want to actually go after this. This card is disgusting. Like, to me, I'd rather have this than the Depths of Darkness, but I know it's a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh man, you gonna make me buy this now, Julian?
I say send it.
I want to know what's wrong with it. That's why I can't stay in the authentic.
Yeah, while Aaron's doing his research, Joe, I'll answer this for you. It's a great question. There are a lot of cards. So for me, and I think Aaron takes a similar approach, is they have filters which help a ton. I do like filter of the year after 2000 because I don't really like cards that are, I don't really buy cards that are pre-2000, not that I don't like them. And then I hit sports cards because there's a lot of Pokemon cards. I'm not really into Pokemon. Sometimes I'll filter out baseball because my knowledge isn't as great on that. You can focus on just the weekly auction of that week. Price range, if you're looking for a certain price. So I would really take advantage of the filters because it's makes it a lot easier to navigate them. And then, that's the big one, I'd say.
Yeah, in the Vinny, I agree that would be nice. In the end, Joe, like it really just comes down to like what sports are you interested in and filtering from high to low and taking the 20 to 30 minutes to look at as many cards as you can in that category. I don't really find success searching players, unless it's like a PC player. I just want to see what's there. Like Christian Yelich.
That's in there. I'd say for certain players, if you're like, I want this certain player, or like a PC thing, I know Aaron does that a lot and I do it a lot as well. I definitely go to that, but I probably do that after I go through the auction just to see if I missed anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I best recommend is like find your sports you like. Man, I kind of want to buy this, but I'm hesitant. The authentic is just the. I mean, I don't really understand.
Doesn't it have like a? Oh no, that's only the raw ones where you see like the scan.
I'm just looking, bro, and I'm like, okay, the corners are like a little white.
I say send it.
What's this though? You see that?
Oh yeah, that's
like what if that makes it like a 2 or 3? I don't even know what that is.
Not on the case.
I can't tell honestly.
Yeah, but like it's interesting.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna pass. That's too risky, and that's why I don't like authentic. But is what it is. It's a sick card. I think it's just extended too, though. So, all right, Julian, should we dive into Hubie buying? Do we start with the first card here?
You read my mind, Aaron. Oh my goodness, card keeps climbing. Another staple Hubie buying card. Okay, Jason Tatum, great player. The conversation came up this past week about, I think it started with Jason Kidd trying to play some mind games, but he made a very valid point about Jaylen Brown being a better player for the Celtics recently than Jason Tatum. And I have to agree. I think Jaylen Brown gets it done on both ends of the floor, not only offense. And Jason Tatum has been really struggling. I think it's tough for the Mavericks because these were the games where they were totally winnable. And you don't know how many of those games you're going to have where only Jaylen Brown is doing super well on the offensive end. So like he had 16 points last game, 18 points this game. In total, the last 2 games he shot 12 for 38, which is like really bad. So all those
which is like really bad.
Yeah, like pretty poor if you're not calculating that. His stuff obviously is really expensive because he's a good player. He's proved that he is a all-star worthy player, but a one-of-one of a non-rookie going for 10K, man, it's hard to wrap my head around that, especially with how he's been playing right now. I just think that this is a pretty ridiculous buy. And Joe, for the authentic is sometimes people, if the card's damaged, you can submit it and then say you just want it authenticated. So it isn't.
No. He means the NBA authentic raw cards. So Joe, what it is on the PWCC Weekly Auction, you will see NBA authentic cards. That's for raw cards. So cards that are not graded, people can send in and sell because they have a third-party authentication service at PWCC that reviews the cards. It gives even like a little bit of like a diagram where it shows a condition report on the cards. And those are items you can buy that are not graded. So it's a way for them to authenticate raw cards, and then also provide some insights on the condition itself.
I completely misread that. So yes,
I know it's okay. It's okay. Are you done here on Jason Tatum?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to rant a bit, you can go for it. But I just when we were driving to the Monster, I think you pulled this card up, and I was like, okay, saving that for the Hubie buying, and it was probably at like 4 or 5K. Now this is when we're probably going to loop back around, and it's at like 15K. So
I just have a hard time saying that any. Here's what it comes down to, dude. People are absolutely obsessed with Nebulas and Prism Blacks. Like there's people out there who collect Panini that are very wealthy. They're obsessed with Prism Blacks and Nebulas, and that's what this comes down to. And obviously, you have to be a decent player to pull like that type of value in the first place. Trying to bid on some giveaways right now. But here's the deal: like Tatum has never screamed to me, that guy is superstar. That guy is MVP caliber. That guy is the guy that's able to carry a team to the finals or even winning a finals. And I still think we're saying that by the end of this playoffs, regardless if Boston wins or not. Am I saying that? I think it started in 2018, actually, Real Music. So I guess that could be a reason why some people are going so hard on it is because of the fact that it is, I think, the first Nebulas that they made for Prism. But point is that I guess to be fair, like Luka cards do sell for like over double of Tatum. So I guess the market is kind of making it known as well that Luka, superstar, Tatum, like really good player, but isn't like that guy. That's just my opinion, though.
You're not that guy, pal. Not that guy. Please tell me you know that name, Aaron.
I have seen / heard that, but I can't like say I like who it is that says that. Also, Jim Baker, you're right. Judge is absolutely unbelievable.
Oh, they're saying the Josh Hart over Jason Tatum.
I didn't read that. Oh, I missed that one. No, I was talking about his comment on Judge. All right, Julian, what's up next?
Next up, let's see. Wouldn't be a stream without ripping into Travis Kelce. I mean, there's that one of one, but I'm more focused on there's 2013 Prism Green PSA 10. Went for $480.
Hey man, it's a pop 12.
Okay, if that's your argument, I'm gonna demolish you.
I'm messing with you, bro. I'm messing.
Tight ends cards aren't that expensive. You go through like I was just looking like $480. If you look at Tony Gonzalez cards, like under $1,000, like you can buy some nice stuff, and he is, in my opinion, I think a lot of people's opinions, one of the greatest tight ends ever. And there's a couple of those that I'd rank before Kelce, and there's just like I don't know why, and I know it's probably a rare card. I'm not a big fan. It's not numbered. I think it's hard to sell stuff that's not numbered. Yeah, Room Music, here we go again. But just in the grand scheme of tight ends, like their stuff is so cheap. You can get like the best of the best for like a price like this. And I was going to make a similar argument for the one-of-one patch auto, but then you compare like Tony Gonzalez doesn't have one of those. So like, I can't really, it's not a fair apples to apples, but for the green, I can definitely rip that apart.
I mean, what are we saying here? Like I'm going Tony Gonzalez, Rob Gronkowski and Travis Kelce are the three best tight ends of all time, with Antonio Gonzalez being right behind Antonio Gates. Sorry. Let's combine the two of them together. Antonio Gates, I think, actually leads tight ends all time in touchdown, and Tony Gonzalez leads tight ends all time in receiving yards. And yeah, Cardboard Collaborative is right. I'd say that is probably the main point here.
Yeah. Tom has a Antonio Gates, like that's a sick card, and I'm sure like it's way cheaper than you would think. And Vinny, yeah, Taylor Swift effect, it's head scratcher, man.
Head scratcher, man. All right, what's
I can't
next?
listen to Taylor Swift songs anymore.
Yeah, same. Actually, I'm done.
I'd actually also probably put Shannon Sharp above him. Maybe.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I'm probably just saying that because I don't like Travis Kelce.
Yeah, you're a serious hater at that point. Kelce won 3 Super Bowls, and
I would put George Kittle above him though.
for Kelsey's like career like timeline right now and games played, like his stats are pretty incredible. But I don't know. We'll see how many more years he plays and how many stats he can rack up on top of that.
All right, let me hold on. I'm putting a bid. So,
Andrew, I never would have known. I never would have known.
Hey man, I'm a straight shooter.
All right, what's next?
Next up, let's go. Let's see. I got this one. This is a funny one. Tanner Morgan, orange out of 25.
What?
Sold for $6, but I don't care. Who is buying? Minnesota quarterback, absolute trash, terrible in this auction. I'm sorry, had to say it. I had to be the one to say it.
I can't believe a Tanner Morgan card actually
$6 too much.
A Tanner Morgan card made it to this auction is absolutely hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Dude hasn't played in a couple of years.
The only other one I had was the Jalen Hurts, but I kind of went in on that because the Honduras thing piqued my interest. But yeah, there's some cool cards. I mean, I can go into if you want that.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's just keep running.
Let's see here.
I'm working on giveaway right now. I got potentially kind of fun giveaway going down here. We'll see if I can.
Got a Samuel Eto'o. There's a 2014 green crystal out of 25. I think that's a super sick card. One of the great African players. Love that 2014 set. Green crystals are really nice. I was considering putting a bid on this. Probably should have. This is the type of stuff that soccer collectors love, but
absolutely
don't pop up very often. Sick card.
Had a banger goal for Chelsea too. I mean, had many banger goals, I'm sure. But you know that what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Absolute banger.
Definitely.
Right. Sweet one.
What else? This card cracks me up. I haven't seen it before, but you probably have seen it. Connor Bedard 2023 Upper Deck Portraits, where he's in like an outfit that looks like he's like the president of the United States in 1700 or 1800.
Oh my gosh! What I think like
amazing.
Oh my goodness! What the heck?
Saw that. Thought that was amazing.
That's kind of hilarious.
And then I really have been diving into the cheaper cards because there's been some cool ones. And the last one I'd say, absolutely sick photo on this one. Derrick Henry 2023 Luminance orange that sold. Yeah, honestly, cardboard, I probably should have. That should have been my prom photo. I would have had too many dates. Like they would have all been asking me if I dressed up like that.
What am I looking at?
The bottom left. Dude, that's so sick.
Oh, this card's awesome.
So sick.
Props to Panini for making a dope card.
I don't even know who 44 is on the Jaguars, but like
wasn't that Miles Jack? Maybe not.
I don't know. But yeah, this card is hilarious and it's sold for $22. So it's one that I'd be like a potential national card where I buy it and set it out and people are like, I've never seen that before.
That is a sick card, dude. That is a super sick card. Speaking of sick cards that are low in dollars, how about my winning for the night? I realize there's too many Williams. How about a first Topps Chrome Gold for the Brewers? His Topps Chrome debut for the Brewers was in 2023 update. Gold out of 50 SGC 95.
I like.
$15.
Oh, Steel City.
Heck yeah, man. Here we go.
Like that. No, there's you're on the hunt for those Contreras because there's not a ton out there.
I know. Real Music is definitely right. It was Trayvon Walker. I should have known that. Miles Jack was too long to go. And yeah, last week I actually bought the dual autos, and I have the gold that I just bought, so I'll have to get those in hand here soon. All right, Julian, do you have any others? I know that's interrupted.
I think that's everything I got right now. So there was I wanted to do a quick check up on Malik Willis because a sick card. If he was a sick player, there's the National Treasures. It kind of looks like Stars and Stripes, but it's called a Hollow Silver.
No, it is Stars and Stripes. It says S and S for Stars and Stripes.
Okay, yeah. So I was right. It's I love those cards. Malik Willis has had quite the career, man. It's really unfortunate. He's not even like second on the depth chart. Like, I don't think he really has a future in the NFL.
No, I don't think so either. And he was like the second drafted quarterback or something in that. Vinny, that I had to fact check him. Vinny, bro, they have the same. No, they have the same.
Get burned.
He won a ring with the Braves.
Need some ice for that burn?
Who, Vinny?
No, you.
No, William Contreras won a ring with the Braves. They both have a ring. William Contreras and his brother. 2021 is rookie season. They won.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's right, Vinny. Take that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
No, I'm sure Vinny knew that. He's just trying to get to you. He's testing your knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. No, he did. He did. Okay.
And then this year he'll have one with the Brewers.
Exactly.
I have one more that I want to point out.
Wait, this is hilarious. He goes, yeah, they gassed him up after the Reese's Cup. That's like the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Don't know a ton about WWE, but the horror card that will haunt me in my nightmares from this week's auction. There's it's called I think his name is Mankind Revolution Sunburst. Horrifying,
dude.
Look at that one. Dude, I don't know what that is, but I don't like.
Oh, what even is this?
Do not like.
I don't know. I guess that everyone knows who he is other than us.
Mick Foley. Yeah, I don't watch WWE. I might have exposed myself, but like, dude, that's like something in a horror movie where the dude breaks into the house and is wearing a mask. Do not like.
I never heard of him before, but also I don't follow wrestling at all. Dude, we were getting absolutely roasted.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Everyone's commenting stuff, and you and me.
I don't follow wrestling. I know like John Cena and The Rock. So like when I'm scrolling and see a guy with that type of mask on, it's
dude. Even Andrew's roasting us. I have to say he had to have been around before we were born, because everyone who's commenting right now is like all going in on this guy. I never even heard of this dude.
Let's see. Dude, this is horrifying. What is he?
He obviously is extremely popular, given that our most comments within like a 1 minute stretch just came in all at one time.
Let's see. Yeah, I think his peak was before. Yeah, it was like 1996 and before. I think.
Yeah, that's actually hilarious.
One of the greatest ever.
Wow. That's what it sounds like.
That's crazy.
So was that auto or a steal, or do wrestling autos just not sell for a lot from the newer sets specifically? Because that was like a $44 card.
Man, you got to be a good wrestler to look like that and be a great.
Dude, I cannot believe how cooked we got there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, honestly, guys, I don't follow wrestling in the slightest.
Yeah, blame Aaron more. He's been around longer than I am.
Dude, I can name a decent amount, though.
I am basically an infant, like compared to Aaron.
Bro, The Rock, you got Stone Cold Steve Austin, you got Undertaker, you got Roman Reigns, you got that new Cody guy or whatever his name is. You got Logan Paul.
Oh gosh, now you're gonna get people going in the comments.
I'm joking.
Actually,
I'm joking.
facts. Okay, so like when I was younger on the Wii, there was this WWE game. I don't think this dude was in it, so maybe that's why I don't know who he is. I absolutely
tell you what,
swapped my brother.
I don't know who he is because wrestling has been irrelevant to me for like my entire life. So
yeah.
All right. By the way, we have got a giveaway, everyone. We have got a giveaway tonight. Who likes Kirby? Because I love Kirby. Kirby Air Ride was one of my favorite games of all time. My brother and I grinded Kirby, bro. We played so much Kirby Air Ride, it wasn't even funny. So I want you all to look at this card right here. We're going to give away this one. It's a Kirby PSA 10 on the broom. You got a little Harry Potter action, a little Quidditch Kirby going on here.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick.
So this is going to be our giveaway for the night. A little Quidditch Kirby is going down, and we'll give this away once we hit 10 p.m. I'll start the giveaway entries. But yeah, I had to get our giveaway. I'm going to give the other one probably to my brother and his nephew here at some point.
Nice find there, sir.
See, that's pretty funny that like I know like a lot of these like top names, but
it's crazy.
Like
I've never
Mankind. That's the first time I've ever seen that guy or heard of that guy in my life.
I need to look up best WWE wrestlers of all time because just double check that the people in the comments aren't ganging up on us to prank us.
No. I wouldn't doubt it when like freaking 50 comments come in at one time. This is a really crazy one. It's a Jordan Elijah one. Karl Malone and David Robinson. Quad patch numbered 10. BG has 8.5 tag team quads. Really crazy patches in there. At 4,600 right now. Not surprising.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I know like all of these wrestlers on this list except him.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I don't know
how I've never heard of this guy.
And he's a writer. He's an author too. Bro, he's got best-selling books. I don't read books.
He's higher up on the list than like Rey Mysterio. What?
Yeah, that's crazy. I've heard of Rey Mysterio, but mostly when I hear Mysterio, I think of Far From Home.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, a Bill Walton super fractures. I can tell you. R.I.P.
Oh, actually, look that one up.
Top spine is super fractured.
Sold before earlier this year. I'm assuming it like because he just passed, unfortunately. Great player that people are trying to get some of his stuff. What year is that?
2004 finest. 2004. That's actually notable. This is notable. This is the first year ever of Top Scrum super fractors or top super fractors. It's not a finest, but it is the first. It is the first. Wait, so Andrew, do we have a wrestling fan, a closet wrestling fan on our hands? I never heard you ever talk about WWE or F. What it used to be WWF, I think, ever in my life.
Andrew's just trying not to get exposed, so he's following what everybody else does in comments, even though he's in the same boat as us. Come on, Andrew, you're supposed to be like in the same boat as us.
You're supposed to be.
Well, at least you got your money's worth when he fought. That's good. What are WWE fans like? I'm assuming the current state of WWE fan, like, I mean, wrestling matches, like, they're not as like if you went to the old ones, it's not nearly as good. I'm assuming.
If you went to the old ones, you're saying, or went to the new ones?
Like I'm saying, like as like the modern WWE is not as entertaining. Like people,
people love the '90s like wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true, Andrew. I mean, you're a decade apart of growing up from Julian, and you're pretty close to a decade apart from growing up from me. So here's the deal.
No, I'm not. This won't happen again. I'll be like, hey, I know Mankind.
Yeah, me too. Wrestling at its peak, though, I feel like had to have been like before we were born, too. Like Hulk Hogan into The Rock, into all those guys. Like that's like, I know some of those guys like still like. We're going at it obviously once we were born, but like Andrew, it's just a fact. It's not a rip.
Also, Andrew, I told you over the weekend that you look and act much younger than you are. So come on now, like you're the hip and cool principal.
I like this. I like this a lot. Mickey Mantle, Hank Aaron, dual stamp, PSA 5 from 1962 Tops. That's super sick.
Nice.
Big fan of that. Oh, I must have dropped I must have dropped on planet Earth right as mankind was a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, come on, Aaron. You should know that the year you were born. You should have known that.
I dropped on the Fortnite bus right as that was happening.
Dropped on the Fortnite bus. He was prepared right out the rip.
I gotta point this card out. I got Jay, or not Jay, excuse me, Joe. I appreciate that as for clarifying. I was gonna say I did feel like that the older was better in Julian too. Shout out to the Goldbergs for teaching me about wrestling with Hulk Hogan because of Barry. But Kevin Durant Galactic, to switch the subject quick. This is from the first year of Galactic, and this card is sold twice since the release. And like this is the first time. This is the first time on auction, I believe, since 2017. So extremely rare card, extremely sought after set, extremely sought after parallel. The only issue is that Kevin Durant had managed to ruin a bunch of fan bases along his career by switching teams so frequently.
Yep.
If he was a lifer with the Thunder, even if he never won a finals, I feel like this card would be over $1,000. I'm not
100%.
Yeah, so it's just an interesting theory. And honestly, I think that the Thunder get one ring. Like if Giannis and the Bucks can get a ring, and if Jokic and the Nuggets can get a ring, I think the Thunder get a ring in there.
I think you Kitty and Russ, people are going to want to go there. Like,
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
It was a weak move.
What if he goes back, dude?
They're not going to want it.
I've never actually thought about that, but I don't see that happening, man. They're moving on to bigger and better things at this point.
Like, why would you mess up with what they have to like just do like a nostalgic move? I just don't think that's going to happen.
Andrew, were you here when we were talking about it? Because I was thinking about throwing a bid in. I just brought it up to Julian like 20 minutes ago. I was like, Julian, did you see the Sapphire Pepe auto PSA 10?
Oh, well, Andrew and I were bidding against each other. Oops. Andrew's lucky because we went into my segment, so I stopped bidding.
It did seem like a pretty good deal.
It did. It still went for a really good price.
Andrew,
fate worked out.
Andrew's out for blood tonight. Him and Manny coming off the Midwest Monster, bro. In my stream tonight at Fanatics, Manny was just going crazy at me, like ripping me to shreds. I'm like, Manny, bro, what'd I do to you? Like, calm down. I thought we were friends this weekend. And now here's Andrew throwing down the gauntlet on Julian. I bought it.
Sorry, Andrew. Just want to make you work for it. Maybe next time shoot us a text if you're going after a card.
What did it end for? $30?
$37 or something.
Yeah, I mean, still a nice deal in the end.
Good card to have heading into the Copa where we get absolutely smacked. But Ricardo Pepe might do something.
So hey, I'm assuming it works similar to like most international competitions with group stage play. You play like in like a three team group or 4-team group or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you think we even make it out of the group?
After our display against Colombia, no, I do not.
My friend David was saying that we didn't really play that bad. It wasn't like we were played through, just that we had some really terrible passes or something like that. I don't remember what he said.
You can't not play bad in a 5-1 loss. The thing is also like Colombia is not like great. They've been on a winning streak, but like in terms of like the Copa America and the best teams, they're not like one of the top 2-3 teams.
It's that Brazil, Argentina,
Uruguay's probably up there.
By the way, Julian, you didn't say in the car that James Rodriguez absolutely scored a bomb. Bro, that goal was sick.
I probably didn't even see it. I turned it off after 2.
No, it was the first goal of the game, I think, or second maybe.
No, I don't think.
Oh, was it?
Was it outside the box?
Just about, I think.
Okay, the first goal was one that was up close.
Bro, he went like far post, like top. It was sick. You gotta watch it.
I'm surprised that he's like called up for Colombia. I feel like there's a stint there where he wasn't. All right,
everyone, get your number ones in the chat. I'm going to give you until 10:04 Central Time. Kirby, PSA 10.
Dude, Andrew's on demon time.
Dude, yeah, something happened tonight. Andrew's turn. I think that he's upset that I said that we grew up a decade apart, which is just facts. Never says a bad thing. I just said that. That's why I don't know, and you know. Wait, do we already know our? I didn't even. When were the groups even decided? I didn't even realize that even happened. Were the Euro groups decided already? Wait, they must have been already decided. I'm way behind on the group decision, the group draws.
Yeah, I just know who we're gonna play is probably gonna cook us with Big Money Greg coaching us.
That Jordan and quad patches at $10,000 or $5,000 right now. Oh, there's Drew Brees. This is an interesting one to me because I gotta say, y'all, I was a huge football card collector back when I was younger, 2008 to 2015, really up until when, like, I'd say until I probably got about to college age when I just went really big into Bowman Chrome prospects then. But obviously, a Drew Brees Superfractor is a big card. I'm not saying it's not. It's over $2,000. But I know when this set released, 2014 Bowman Chrome, this was probably one of the worst received Topps football sets of probably the 2000s, to be completely honest. You're going to ask me why. I don't know if anyone else lived through collecting the set when it released, but it's for all the things that we're about to see happen again. Although I'm not sure that it's going to be okay, now I'm confused.
Dude, you're tripping. James Rodriguez did not score against us.
Bro, what was I watching? He scored.
I'm scouring the internet and they're pulling up like 2018 goals and yeah, he definitely he did not score.
What are you talking about? I see all these. Am I watching something from like 5 years ago or what?
Probably.
No, I just sent you the tweet, bro. I see the tweet like 1,000 times.
That's not from this year. Look at the jersey.
Oh, it's not. I didn't look close enough. I just watched this thing minimize screen and saw him go far post, like banger goal. It's against USA.
This was 2018, I think.
Dude, that goal was ridiculous. I need to figure out where I was going with this, bro. I know that there was a 2014 Bowman set. No, I know what it is. Never mind. Maybe I was disrespecting 2014 Bowman Chrome for no reason. Okay, it was 2013.
Zach Steffen is in goal.
I'm telling you, bro, I didn't look close at all. I
just
saw the
off though.
It just started to read. Dude, so many people started to tweet it. 2013 Bowman Chrome was the one where there was no college logos, no branding, no nothing on them, and a bunch of just random football prospects that were drafted. But it's kind of funny. I remember that set clearly. So 2014, excuse me, Mr. Drew Brees. I did not mean to disrespect your Superfractor. It was a pretty good set considering it had a lot of, at the time, big names coming out like Odell and stuff. But in it for 2,400. Yeah, Andrew, I know you had a little tough day going on.
I didn't know that. What?
He texted me this morning. Yeah.
Wow. Rip Andrew. Yeah, now I know. I understandably why he's on demon time.
Everyone, you got another minute to join the giveaway. Get in the giveaway now before it's too late, and we are going to watch the end of this auction run down. I don't know how many cards we're getting down to Julian. It's got to be getting pretty close to time at some point here. Oh yeah, we're getting pretty close. Are we already there actually?
No.
I'm scrolling super fast. Sorry. We're almost there. We might as well be there. All right, we're like, I guess
we want to send it early, make it tough.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Pick a card that I'm going with the stamp. I'm taking the dual stamp.
I'm going with the Dan Marino. It's like a row below yours or two. Yeah, right there.
That one? Interesting choice. What drew you to that?
I don't know. It got a bid pretty early on into 1 minute windows.
I got you. All right, everyone. Good luck on this Kirby. I got all your names. I'm going to gather them. Kirby going down.
Dude, this Wayne Gretzky's kind of nasty though. Not gonna lie.
It's
90.
cool.
It's like $96.
Yeah, it's at number of 100 also, I think.
You might have already talked about that. If you did, apologies. I was scouring the internet for James Rodriguez's goal and it didn't show
Wait,
up.
the Gretzky? I didn't talk about it.
Oh,
Dude, okay, so like understandable, yeah, probably stupid. I should have looked closer, but like I
no,
literally
it's
just watched
It's
it on
fine.
like
It's fine. It's weird that that's coming up, but maybe it has
My-
something to do with him dominating us or.
yeah, my point is that I saw that goal posted like so many times too. It wasn't like just like once or something. It's just weird. And I too was like, I can't believe that this guy's like back, you know?
Yeah.
But now it makes sense. That goal was sick though. You have to admit that was sick.
Nothing.
That's why I was like
2014 volley, dude. Put him on the map.
Yeah, I've seen that one before. He had like what was it? It was like tons of goals or whatever. It was like
Dude,
7
he was
goals or something.
insane 2014.
Yeah. All right, my stamp. Moving on. So is your Marino. All right, let's
With more enthusiasm. So is my Moreno.
oh, I remember I won that last week. That's right. I picked the card that ended.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
I thought
I
you
had-
finished second.
No, I had the very last card. My hands were in
Oh.
there. I was pumping my fists. I dubbed it.
Are you sure this wasn't a dream after you lost?
No, I'm 100% sure. All righty then, says Jim Carrey. Here we go.
Apologies to
One.
whoever Aaron picks once again. Man, it's not personal.
It's definitely random esports. It's guaranteed to be random esports. It was the last entry.
I'm gonna go with Counterproof 21.
Dude, SCP with the dub. I know you love some of that type of stuff, or at least I hope you do. The Kirby going to the sports card Professor 7. SCP gets the dub. Uh-oh, Random Esports is not happy with me. Hey, Random Esports, I had to pick someone. Congratulations, SCP7. info@slabstocks.com. That is where you email to claim your Kirby. That was sent to you later. Okay. I guess my stamp is cooked.
You got cooked.
I just got it. That was an absolutely brutal couple minutes for me.
Take that out.
You're welcome. You're welcome, SCP. I hope you enjoy the Kirby. Julian. With the pick.
This is the last second bids are getting me.
It's still going on.
We move on. Anytime we move on past the first window, that's a dub. And we beat Aaron, major dub.
You got a fighting chance here. I mean, there's some really interesting cards you're going up against down there.
I really don't like the way that the Shaq card looks. That die cut is just, imagine trying to put that in a sleeve.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Starting to sweat and I'm not even breaking cards.
Oh man, yeah. That if I thought that the wanted and bandits cards or the gunslingers and bandit cards were tough to sleeve.
Yeah.
Oh, and Julian is cooked.
Am I? No.
Yeah. Yeah. What?
Yes. Keep
No
going, baby.
No way.
Keep going, baby. We're still.
How's that possible?
Wait, no.
It's gone.
God, dude, I hate when that happens.
I
Usually
know.
it's like the first 3 seconds and then it goes. So I was expecting that. It got down to 50 for me.
Well, there you go. Hot hands.
I did this
Shaq
for the
still out
people.
there.
I'm a person for the people, so they can go to bed early.
Yes, everyone. I hope you all are able to get to sleep early because Julian picked the damn Marino card that I lost. No, I'm just messing around. Once again, a great episode tonight. I hope everyone had fun. A little bit of discussion. The Midwest Monster Plus the National coming up at the end of July in Cleveland. Some fun cards ended tonight. I got a nice Contreras for my collection. Julian, did you win anything? I know you were going out.
No, I got distracted.
He got distracted and took the L.
I wanted to buy a there's a Jamie Bino Gittins orange wave that sold for like $22.
Oh.
And I let Andrew have the Ricardo Pet because I
Petty.
knew he got pulled over.
There you go. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back again next Sunday. I hope everyone had a great time watching. Find me on Fanatics Live tomorrow for Bowman Baseball, Wednesday for Series 2 release day. And hope you all had a great weekend and have a great week. Appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you all in the next one.